The mystery surrounding Wednesday Addams and her destined fate is about to unfold. In the third episode of the Netflix series, several important things become clear, including Wednesday's connection to Crackstone's crypt. In this episode, we also see the mysterious creature terrorizing the town of Jericho once again. The story gains momentum in Friend or Woe, delving deeper into Wednesday's relationship with the racist colonial pilgrim Joseph Crackstone. We are moving in the right direction, as this episode is better than the second. The story continues from the moment Wednesday is struck on the head with a sack and finds herself surrounded by masked people. It turns out that the Nightshades haven't entirely disappeared, as Marilyn claimed. Among their members are Xavier, Yoko, Ajax, and Bianca. We learn that Rowan was expelled from the Nightshades. Xavier insists that Bianca approve Wednesday's request to join the group, but this is not the kind of company that interests her, so she leaves. Next, we see Principal Larissa Weems announcing the annual Community Outreach Day, during which Nevermore students work alongside normies at their businesses. Larissa informs everyone that Wednesday has offered her services as a cellist for Jericho High School's marching band. Later in town, Wednesday shows Xavier a drawing made by Rowan's mother. It depicts Joseph Crackstone, the founder of Jericho, standing next to Wednesday. Xavier still believes Rowan may be alive, so let's look into it further. Meanwhile, the sheriff receives orders to track down the bear that is allegedly terrorizing and killing Jericho residents. Interestingly, our main character has already defeated bullies in a fight, including the mayor's son, Walker. Wednesday convinces Enid to join her elsewhere for Community Outreach Day. While Ajax and Enid work at Eerie Antiques, the main character heads to Pilgrim World. Enid is thrilled because she has a crush on Ajax. Meanwhile, Wednesday reunites with Eugene and others for a Pilgrim World tour led by Arlene. Wednesday is eager to learn more about Joseph Crackstone and establish her connection to him. Arlene keeps a close watch on the kids while Eugene, Bianca, and Wednesday sell taffy. However, Enid and Ajax feel uncomfortable at the antique shop. Connie, the owner of the shop, assigns Enid and Ajax the task of untangling and organizing the delicate trinkets made from taxidermy rats. Meanwhile, Wednesday discusses Joseph Crackstone's brutal and bloody history and the town of Jericho with visitors. She mentions the horrific deeds of racist colonists who massacred and pillaged indigenous people. During Community Outreach Day, Eugene encounters the 3 bullies from the coffee shop who mock him for eating taffy. They lock him in stocks. Fortunately, Wednesday comes to his rescue and skillfully puts the bullies in their place. Meanwhile, at the cafe, Larissa Weems speaks with Mayor Walker. They discuss the significant contribution that Nevermore Academy has made to the mayor's election campaign. Marilyn overhears their conversation, and Larissa advises her to keep a close eye on Wednesday, whom she calls the braided upstart. Afterward, Wednesday helps Eugene clean himself up and remarks that he reminds her of Pugsley. Eugene admits that he has no friends, but it seems that now he has one, Wednesday. Wednesday needs help sneaking into Joseph Crackstone's museum to examine the exhibits. Eugene assists her, and she finds an interesting book, which unfortunately turns out to be just a prop. They get caught by Arlene, who sternly scolds both Wednesday and Eugene. Meanwhile, at the antique shop, Enid tries to bring up the topic of romantic relationships, but Ajax stubbornly ignores her obvious hints. Finally, she directly tells him that she wants to go on a date. Ajax invites her and they set a time to meet. Later, Wednesday and Xavier meet again at the cafe. Xavier is upset when he finds out that Wednesday came to talk to Tyler. He warns her against interacting with him, making Wednesday wonder why there is still tension between the two. Tyler tells Wednesday about Joseph Crackstone's property. Wednesday decides to investigate the abandoned building in the woods. Together with Thing, she encounters a homeless man. Thing distracts him while Wednesday explores the premises. Suddenly, she experiences a powerful vision and is transported 400 years into the past. She sees a blonde girl she had previously encountered in another vision. The girl looks just like Wednesday. Joseph Crackstone appears before her in all his terrifying glory. It turns out that this girl is her ancestor, Goody Addams. Joseph accuses Goody of witchcraft and condemns her, along with others, including her mother, to death by fire. He locks them all in a barn and sets it ablaze. Goody tries to save her mother, but her mother urges her to escape through a hidden passage. Wednesday finds herself inside the barn, witnessing everything firsthand. Goody approaches Wednesday and warns her that Joseph Crackstone will not stop until he completely destroys her bloodline. Joseph triumphantly declares that Wednesday will not be able to escape. Suddenly, Wednesday regains consciousness. She tells Thing about her vision, but before they can discuss it further, they notice the familiar gaze of the monster watching them. Wednesday realizes that the creature's paw prints gradually transition into human footprints. When Xavier finds her in the rain, they discuss what she has discovered. Xavier agrees with Wednesday that something is wrong with Rowan. They also talk about her developing psychic abilities. Victor Thorpe, Xavier's well-known father, is also a psychic. He advises Wednesday not to rely solely on what she sees. Visions are based on emotions, not logic. Later, everyone gathers in the town square to witness the unveiling of a new statue honoring Joseph Crackstone. The mayor and Larissa officially present it. Wednesday performs an instrumental rendition of Don't Stop alongside the town's marching band. But suddenly, the statue bursts into flames. Things doing. Wednesday changes the melody and starts playing Vivaldi's Winter on her cello, while the bronze Joseph Crackstone burns. Both the townspeople and Nevermore students flee in panic. It's quite a spectacular way to strike back at a colonizer. Later, despite Wednesday's insistence on her innocence, Larissa harshly reprimands her. Wednesday calls out Larissa for denying the violent, racist history on which Jericho was built. Larissa warns her that she is watching her every move. Meanwhile, Enid gets ready for her date with Ajax. While taking a shower, Ajax accidentally turns himself into stone because the towel he used to cover the mirror slips, and he sees his reflection. However, for Gorgons, this effect is only temporary. Enid assumes that Ajax has stood her up. Larissa tosses a yearbook page featuring Morticia into the fire. She hates Morticia, and it seems that's the reason for her hostility toward Wednesday. Meanwhile, Dr. Valerie sews clothes for taxidermy animals, indulging her bizarre hobbies. Tyler lies at the bottom of a filled bathtub, crying, while Xavier emerges from a barn with mysterious scratches on his neck. The homeless man is found dead. The sheriff and his team arrive at the ruins in the woods. He was killed by the monster. They find a camera with footage that could reveal the identity of the culprit. The sheriff is convinced that there can be only one monster, but the most dangerous shadows are the ones that hide when no one is looking.